Well, good evening, people. It's Sunday, the 29th of October 2023, soon to be November. The clocks have gone back, so I guess it's winter here in Blighty. There's a lot going on recently in the world, and the invasion of Ukraine on the 24th of February 2022 was the beginning. And for those that you don't know, some mates and I arranged a convoy with supplies to the Ukraine, and 12 to 14 days after the invasion I was sat on the border with Poland and Ukraine, having had the convoy go across, and watched for about 5-6 hours hordes of people leaving Ukraine. And it was just like the images of the end of the 30s, when people were leaving Holland and France and all of that after the Nazis invaded masses of Europe, most of Europe, if not all of Europe, eventually. And modern coaches, cars with Russian writing scratched on the roofs, children on board, etc., and the faces of women, children, old people leaving their homes. One particular coach had the lights on and it was dark, and etched into those faces were people just like you and me. Their homes behind them, their lives changed massively by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and they were leaving. And the men, the young men, were kissing their wives and their children and their mothers and fathers goodbye, and turning around and walking back or driving back into Ukraine to start the long fight. It's now a year and a half, and Russia's still going on, and we've had an additional cluster bomb thrown into the array of world politics. I'm not talking Azerbaijan and Armenia and Turkey. That's probably the next one to kick off. It's the Holy Land, or I think, as I've said before, the not so Holy Land. And Hamas, on October the 7th, 2023, deciding to give the Israelis a kick, killing 1,400 Israelis, massacring 1,400 Israelis. The Palestinians in Gaza are now reaping the reward of Hamas poking the bear with a stick, and over 7,000 of the Palestinians in Gaza have died, I think, now, as Israel bombs and prepares to go in and root out Hamas. Yeah, crazy. All we now need is China to invade Taiwan. But anyway, I wrote a poem, and I wrote the first part of this poem on the 3rd of the 9th, the 3rd of September 2023, and it's called History's Rhyming. And yesterday I added a second part to History's Rhyming, because, as I said, there's been a lot going on. So I'm now going to read you History's Rhyming. Right, this is poem 64, History's Rhyming, written on the 3rd of the 9th, 23. February 24th, 2022, a ringing rhyme, echoes of Europe's darker days. 12 days from the date, on the Polish-Ukraine border, I watched a 21st century repeat of the 1930s refugee disorder. Putin's invasion of a sovereign land, Zelenskyi's begging his Churchillian fate, bullets and guns, artillery then tanks, a war's vicious drums as NATO debates. The Nazis in Japan, 1940s twin towers, replaced by an imperialist Russia and China's new powers. World War II, America did not enter, but somehow we coped. Then Japan hit Pearl Harbour. Will that rhyme? No is the hope. So, Should we expect an echo, a chronicle's hint? 2 years swiftly pass. Will Taiwan then be hit? Does history repeat or just gently rhyme? Next year might invite a new World War crime. October the 7th, 2023, Hamas crossed to Israel, their goal just to kill. Terror, their goal. Palestine, Israel, Abraham's lands, the centre of conflict, yet all hail from the same. Judaism, Christianity, Islam. So sad that their father, Abraham's true God, watches on so mournful as holy lands flow with blood. The human factor of a one God message, destroyed by the vanity of humanity's short view. So much have these faiths in common with each, yet their sad tribal choice is the difference of hate. By me, Bunny. Yeah, I mean, we are living through history as it's being written. History that might be written as large as the 1930s and 40s, or World War One and World War Two. Dread to think what can happen next. Everything is crossed, hopefully common sense will prevail, but Israel is using the word war. War is mankind at its absolute worst. I fear war. Okay, that's enough. Okay, this is Bunny signing out. Bunny out.